So in this example, we're being asked to prove a fact about numbers. So John took this pattern of numbers, he added 5 consecutive integers, and what he determined is that the sum is always 5 times the median. And the median is the middle one. So if we look at the examples that John picked, in his first one, the median is 3, and 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, it works. In the second one, his median, his middle number is negative 13. 5 times negative 13 is, in fact, negative 65. His last one, his median is negative 1, and 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. So John has evidence to support an inductive conclusion. But inductive reasoning is not enough to prove a statement. To prove it, we need to make sure that it is true for all possible combinations that we can deal with this. Now, to do that with every set of 5 numbers would be impossible, because no matter what, we can always keep counting, and we can always go to another set of 5 numbers. So we would have an infinite number of calculations to do, which is just impossible. So the only way to actually prove something mathematically is to use variables, because once we use a variable, we can say, I can put any number in here, and it will work out, as I've said. So we need to choose some variables. We need to define it based on the parameters of the statement. Best variable to choose is always x. Now, I'm not going to define x as the first number of the 5. I'm going to define it as the median of them, because that's what John's conclusion is speaking about. It's talking about the median. So if we have our 5 numbers, we have x being the median, and we're talking about 5 consecutive integers. So the next one, so if we're dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 would be the median. The next one would be 4. How do we get to 4 from 3? Well, we add 1. So to use that with a variable, the next number would be x plus 1. And then to get from 4 to 5, we would add 1. Or the other way of looking at it, how would we get from 3 to 5? We'd add 2, so we have x plus 2. Cycling back and getting the first 2 numbers in the sequence, we would have x minus 1 and x minus 2. And his claim that when you add 5 consecutive integers, so we would take these and add them. I'm just going to put them in brackets so it's clear to see what is what, because now that we're dealing with variables, we have more terms, a little bit more confusing to look at. So John claims that when we do this, the result is always 5 times the median. We picked x to be the median number, so he's saying that this is going to equal out to 5x. It's not enough just to make this statement and say that it's true. We actually have to go through and do the math and prove that the left side equals the right side. So simplifying, combining like terms, if we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's on the left, and 5 x's added together would be 5x. Dealing with our numbers, we have negative 2 plus negative 1, which puts us at negative 3. Then we add 1, and negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Then we add 2, which gives us 0. So we could put plus 0. We don't need to, but if we want to put that as a reminder, we can. And we're saying that that's going to equal 5x. And in fact, it does. So this right here that we've done is the deductive reasoning to absolutely prove that John's conjecture is correct. It's not enough just to give examples anymore. Examples work well for inductive reasoning, but for deductive reasoning, we need to step it up one step further, use variables to absolutely ensure that this will hold true for any set of 5 numbers.